Hey everyone, it's Lauren from Color to Kitty and Stampin' Up. Welcome to Sunday. It's Thanksgiving here in our parts of the world, and we're going to do a little bit of Christmas madness crafting again, because it's what I do. Alright, so I've already got some stuff assembled on the desk. Essentially, we're back to working with the nice stampies and the ink, because I'm in that kind of a mode. And what I have here is some paper. I had these left over from a previous round, so I'm gonna check the size. Yep, 5.5. So that should be good for our card base. We'll come back to that in a bit. Then we need this piece to be cut down a little bit. So what do we got here? Okay, so we got 6 by 5 3/4. So let's go 5 1/4. I've got a scrap to keep aside for future use. And then by 4, we'll say. And that should be it for now, for pieces. I know, I always do this off screen, but I'm using the measurements down here. Someday I'll show it when I got a little more desk layout happening. I tend to easily clutter around here. And of course, classic me, we're going to grab the Stamparatus to figure out what we're doing here. Hi, Stamparatus. Of course, my desk is already getting more and more cluttered. The joys of being an artist. Alright, we're going to do it a little differently today. Let's get the magnets out. Magnet. Magnet. Let's go this way for swap up. So open her up. Get my card base on here. And then go as low as I can to the bottom. Because I can. And then, so today I'm going to use the snowflake stamp. And we're just going to roll with it. I'm going to primarily start on this side because it'll make things a lot easier. I'm getting an idea, actually. I am so getting an idea. Okay. So let's pick up that stamp, bring it up. I know it's just up here off screen, but that's okay. Allow me to shift it a little so it's kind of half off my desk, but at least you can kind of see what the heck I'm doing for this stage. Grab my ink, ink it up nicely. And then come on over. Let's do this on view. That looks pretty darn good, actually. So then, let's release the magnets. And I want to get this, I'm off camera, I want to get this corner. So let's flip it around. Would have helped if I knew where I was measuring, but that's okay. Grab some magnets. Now let's line up and see how's our positioning. Our positioning is good. So let's continue the process. Get my ink. This color is Night of Navy. Ink it nicely. Bring her over. I think it needs a little more ink. I can see a little bit of imperfection. And that's why I love this Stamparatus a little way too much. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, and then I want one in the center between the two snowflakes. So I have to kind of line it up without putting it right down, but just, I think that position is good. Grab my magnets, keep her in place. Ink it nicely. Bring it over. Stamp down. And that did not go as well as I intended, but that's okay. So re-ink it. Come back and let's see if I can get more of a perfect stamping. And that's pretty good. There's a little bit of it I don't like, so I'm just going to ink it a little more. And one more. There we go. It's also, this step is also good for if you're finding your ink is starting to wear a little bit. At least you can re-ink it with the Stamparatus. Okay, so we got that. Which is kind of nice. I'm just going to grab my sponge. I'll show you what I'm doing. Which would be beneficially. Alright, let's grab the sponge. Clean that stamp nicely. They will get discolored over time, but they're still really great to be reused over and over. Alright. So then, I'm getting ideas here. I want this stamp. So let's go this way. Now I have a bit of a plan of what I'm doing here. So I'm just going to stick this on. I'll bring it closer because I want these to be this corner and that corner. So where I'm going with this idea. So I picked it up with the Stamparatus, grabbed the ink. Ink it pretty good. Bring it over. I like it. Looks good. Alright, so then pull off the magnets. And before I move it, I'm just going to mark. Look, that's nice about having some grid paper on underneath. That's markable. You can mark up what you're doing if you need to remember a spot. So I'm just going to double check how's my positioning. Positioning is good. So let's do a little more stamping. There we go. So there's an interesting abstract art happening here, which looks cool. So I'm just going to clean that stamp as best I can. I'm going to pull it off the block here, and I'm just also going to clean it the other way, right onto the sponge, which should help considerably. Put it back in the thing. Alright, so then I still want a sentiment on here of some sort. So I don't know if it's going to be that or that, but we've got a choice of winter wishes, season's greetings, and wishing you a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. Oh, I smudged the ink. Oopsie. I'll show you. I smudged it, but that's okay. Just a way of getting all creative here. I'm thinking winter wishes, so yeah, I'm thinking that. Thinking right there. Magnets down. Yeah, I love this for planning where to put stamps and images. And I might add that cardinal. Or I might not. There we go. Winter wishes. I'm just thinking. Should I add anything else? I kind of like it the way it is. Just putting this back on. Because this is what happened to me. I'll end up over stamping and making it more of a hot mess. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, I'm in a cardinal mood. Alright, but let's swap it up. Let's put it on a block. That way I can move it around wherever I want. Let's make sure my magnets have this down nicely. Yeah, let's go for it. With a small stamp, it's a little easier to work with. Like so. And clear a little more room up here so I can keep applying ink. I find the Stamparatus is a great surface to work with for stamping. Let me just scoot this over a little more because I'm having a bit of issues getting to that side. Like, it's a great surface to work with. One, two, three, four, five, six. We need one more. Odd numbers is key here. There we go. That looks uniquely weird, but nice. But that's my style. Alright, so next we gotta do the back of the card. Now we know which orientation this is. Let's do the back. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Alright, I just got my card base wet. I am on a roll right now. Just making sure this is dry so I can work with it. Give this a quick fold. Grab my bone folder. Do the quick, make sure it's good. Bring this in. Preferably as much to the side as possible. It's just my preference. And then grab the magnets. There we go. Colored the kitty stamping time. Which with the red clings, they're on a block of their own, so I can't really apply it to the Stamparatus as easily. But like I said, the Stamparatus is a great surface to work with for stamping. And it's also good for using the grids and such if you're measuring out for precision for location on the picture. Like for example, now that I look at it, that's not really centered, but that's okay. I don't mind. But it's great for so many ways of using it. Alright, so then let's get created by on here first. We'll do these one at a time. I could do both at the same time, but I just prefer, in case I muck it up, one at a time. So just grab the ink block. Put a little bit of ink on there. There we go. Grab the sponge. Quick clean. And then the last stamp, which is the Stampin' Up! Name. Well, I put the Stampin' Up! Name on majority of my cards that when I remember to put on, first of all, is because by doing that, it means I could sell this card. That's the purpose of the Stampin' Up! Name going on the products. I know it's just off camera there, but you can kind of see what I'm doing. And bring it over. Boom. And done. We are done. Clean that stamp too. Now we just got to assemble our project. This is the older Angel policy from Make a Difference. I've been collecting other variations as I go because I really like using the Stampin' Up! Name on a lot of my projects. So I'm just gonna put the Stamparatus off to the side, out of view for the moment. Grab my card bases, so it's gonna go on like so. So I'm just going to grab some adhesive. I prefer the Stampin' Seal Plus because it just works a lot nicer for me. And normally Stampin' Up! White cardstock is not see-through like this. I'm just using my demo cardstock, in case you're wondering, for paper quality, because I know paper quality makes a huge difference. I didn't quite get that centered, but that's okay. I like it a little quirky at times. Before I forget, I'm going to put the magnets back on the bottom of the Stamparatus so I can nicely put it away, making sure, whoops, as I hit the camera. Good one, kitty. And there is our finished Christmas card for basic stamping project. And there's the back. Then the inside's blank, but can always put something on the inside, anything you want. So there we go. Nice monochromatic, chromatic, basic Christmas card that is still very much handmade. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in to this week's Christmas Madness. I'll be back again next week for another Christmas Madness. As for my other videos, I'll be back sometime this weekend for the usual live stream, 1 hour or so, and then I'll be back again on Thursday for the usual videos, unless something comes up in the meantime. I do have a Stampin' Up! Order en route, so I may or may not show it. Alright, everyone. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.